Hi everyone, my name is Adrian Naselis and I'm going to share with you what I've learned in the past few weeks with regards to written communication in business. So I've learned that there are different types of written communication. Number one is we have letters, second, emails, and the third one is what we call memo. For letter, or the definition of letter, it is a formal document used for external communication to convey important messages. While the email refers to fast and efficient method for both formal and informal communication, which is widely used in workplaces. And lastly, for memos, memos are internal documents designed to quickly share information among employees in an organization. These are the different parts or structure. This is the structure of a formal letter. Okay, on top we have the sender's address. This is the address of the sender, and it should be at the top of the letter. It provides a clear point of origin, and then followed by the date. The date indicates when the letter was written, essential for record keeping and context. And then the third one, we had the recipient's address. The address of the recipient follows the date, ensuring the letter reaches the correct person. And then we have the salutation. It is a formal greeting such as, let's say, dear, and then you specify the name. It sets the tone for the correspondence, followed by what we call the body of the letter. The body contains the main message, detailing the purpose of the letter in a clear manner. And then we have the closing. It is a formal closing like sincerely, best regards, yours truly, like that. It precedes the signature, marking the end of your letter. And finally, the signature. The sender's signature authenticates the letter, confirming that it comes from the state. When we talk about email, these are the key strategies that I've learned for our email to be effective. Number one, you should have a clear subject line. Utilize a clear subject line to express the main purpose of your email. Number two, it should be concise. Be concise and direct to respect the recipient's time and attention. Okay, number three, professional language. Maintain a professional tone to ensure a serious and respectful communication. And last is call to action. You should include a clear call to action to encourage responses or specific actions from your recipient. And when we talk about memo, these are the basic parts of the memo. We have the header, includes to, from, date, and subject for clarity. And then we have the opening statement or the introduction, briefly states the purpose, setting the tone for the memo. And then we have the body. It provides the detailed information relevant to the memo's topic. And finally, we have the conclusion. Summarizes key points and outlines necessary. These are the things that you need to avoid when you are writing communication. Number one, lack of clarity. Okay, lack of clarity means unclear writing can lead to confusion for the reader, compromising the intended message. So it should be clear. Number two, grammatical errors. Mistakes in grammar can undermine professionalism and credibility in written communication. So that's why you have to make sure that your sentences, your paragraphs are grammatically correct. Number three, inappropriate tone. Using the wrong tone can create misunderstanding and negatively impact your relationships. And last is failure to proofread. Neglecting to proofread will result in careless mistakes that can distract or mislead your reader. That's why it's important that when you're done with your uh, written document or some or letter or something, you need to proofread it before you send it. Okay. Okay. For illustration, we use letter basically for example, job application. Okay, the cover letter. And then for email, it is a crucial tool to reinforce communication after meetings, like let's say within an organization, right? Yeah, and then ensuring continuity and understanding. And for project update memo, yeah, we use memo for memo to summarize project progress and outline the next steps for transparency among stakeholders. In this activity or in this past few lessons, like the email, the memo, letter, I really appreciate it because um, I am graduating, and soon I'm going to take an IELTS, or the International English Language Testing, something like that. I need to take that for application of PGWP. And then one of the tests that I need to pass is the writing test. So I think in writing test we need to compose an email or something like that. So uh our lessons really helped me a lot to prepare for the upcoming examination. Okay, so thank you, sir, for everything. Thank you for giving us all the information that we need in order for us to write effectively and efficiently. Okay, that will be all. Thank you so much, and God bless you.